Good morning, my friends and followers and subscribers and Trevorites and everybody out there who likes to tune in. Thank you for coming on and watching me on my YouTube channel. But if you're watching this video right now and you've not yet subscribed, why not? It's free. It is free. Right, people, it's Saturday. Yes, can you hear that noise? Yes, my little dog Zeus has decided to come along and have a bone at my feet at the right time. He chooses. His timing's impeccable. So that's the noise you're hearing. Right. Thank you for all the lovely messages I received yesterday. Yes, the vehicle. A little bit more insight to the vehicle. So basically, a few years ago, I decided to do a GoFundMe. I had these ideas in my head of what I wanted to try and do. I had lots of people wanting their 10 pence worth of me. Trevor, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you come here? Can you? All these events. And I'm like, okay, I'm a medically retired veteran. I've got permanent neurological issues due to being blown up. I don't work. I have my medical pension. How am I going to do all these things? So I did a GoFundMe. And I raised quite a lot of money and I bought a second-hand van. A Vauxhall Vivara. So have a look at what they are. Sliding door. In the back was just metal. It was just metal with a big metal thing behind the seat. And I went, okay, so I had money and I went, okay, what I'll do now with the money is I took the van. I went and bought the van from my local garage. Dapstar, the garage is called. Great garage, by the way. And they do all these things. So I took it in. I says to the guy, can I have the metal thing taken away? I would like it carpeted. I would like seats in here. Maybe cut out the side of the van. I want a window there, a window beside the sink and the cooker. I want all this here. And I had it done and they did an amazing job. And I did, and I had a sponsor, Tactical Coffee actually, great coffee company, sponsored me. And they would send me coffee. I went and bought the little kettles and stuff. I had all the cups made, the cups with my face on it. And every time someone came in and had a brew, they got to keep the cup. That's what I did. And I did that for a while. But then the attacks came in non-stop. What's he doing? I mean, the people in the veterans community, it came from the veterans community. You have a small minority of them, which if you're trying to do something, they don't like it because they're not involved in it. And rather than go, well done, mate, that's a good idea, they go, oh, you're an arsehole. And which I found strange. Anyway, the van I looked after. And I always promised that because I purchased the van, had all the work done to it, because I did that and it was money that I raised, I would never ever be comfortable selling it or trading it. I always had the plan to pass it on to the next veteran and let them go on their journey. And that's what I did, and I'm really pleased. So so it all went away yesterday morning, and then I came back and I started panicking because I couldn't find the logbook. So I had to search for the logbook. Do you know where the logbook was? On top of my fridge, where I left it for safekeeping, and then I can't remember where I left it for safekeeping. Anyway, all done and dusted. He's a happy man. There we go. I will move on to another project in the near future, and I'll do something else, which will be just as rewarding. But it's getting a good team around you. You know what I mean? I've got Burnt Out Rex cider, which sponsor me for doing my live chats, and I'll always have a bottle of Burnt Out Rex cider. I've picked up, I've got another veterans-owned coffee company, which is based in Belfast, actually. So it's called Soldier On Coffee, and Bran runs them. He's the guy. He's a double amputee. I had a chat with him on the phone. He said, it's not a business, Trevor. It's a hobby. And I went, that's great. Well, if I can help with a hobby, let me know. I'll buy some coffee off you, and I'll drink it and do different things with it. But I'm willing to help out and do different things for people, you know. I don't want anything in return. I just like to try and lift people up. Right, so yeah, so there we go, people. A little bit positive, isn't it? So there we go. Right, so this morning, I've looked at the media. I've looked at the news, yes. Tonight at 9 p.m. on Channel 4, there is a documentary, I believe, an investigative type documentary where Russell Brand has already spoke out about it. He says, listen, no, any allegations made about me are false allegations. He said when he used to be drinking and drugs and all that stuff, yeah, his behaviour wasn't great. He admits that, but he didn't do anything illegal. Yes, he says, so if this documentary is coming out and it's going to try and bring up stories and say I did certain things, it's because the mainstream media have an alternative agenda towards him. Basically, he's got 11 million people follow him on Twitter. He's got 6.5 million people follow him on other different platforms. Millions of people follow him. And he is an influencer, whether you like it or not. But because he has so much influence now, you'll find that he becomes the brunt of attacks. And I don't like how the mainstream media use people like that. It's happened to quite a few people I know. So don't believe everything. Russell Brand will tell you what he's done. In fact, he's been quite transparent about it in the past. So I wouldn't necessarily listen to these things. I mean, there's been that many on the BBC about soldiers that I just don't now believe anything that they say. Right, and listen to this. I know Suffolk Police are doing a great job for me, but a police officer in Merseyside Police has now been convicted. Yes, check this out. He's been convicted of having sex with vulnerable women that had been suffering from domestic abuse. So basically what I see from that is this police officer was in a delicate position, a place of trust, and he preyed on the vulnerable women, and he's now been convicted. You'll always get one or two that do stuff like that. It's not nice, and hopefully it sends a message across the rest of people in different jobs like that, and if they're in positions of trust, they don't abuse your position. It's not good. Right. And today's headlines, one of the headlines today is about Meghan Markle. Yes, it's in the headlines. I'm discussing it. Yes. Well, she stood on the stage and she spoke about the importance of family and about what it was like to be part of a family. Well, brakes on. Hello. I do not think anyone in the Harkle household should be able to stand on any stage and talk to us all about the importance of family after you've destroyed both your families and you're now in a little cult. Don't talk about family. Yeah. We're the wrong people to do about it. It's a bit like a child killer talking about how to bring up children, isn't it? Yeah, it is, yeah. It's just, or words to that effect. You know what I mean? I'm not saying, yeah, don't twist my words. Yes. Anyway, I think this is possibly good news. I'm sure there'll be people out there complaining. But XL bullies, bulldogs, right, are going to be banned by the end of this year in the United Kingdom. And it's mainly to do with the owners not being able to control their dogs or not bring them up correctly. So rather than ban the dogs, which seem to be mauling people to death across the United Kingdom, we should ban individuals from having dogs. That's what we do. That's what we should do. We should ban them from having those type of dogs. But, you know, the dogs will always get the blame because the owners are terrible. And that's the bottom line, isn't it, really? My dog's... You all right, Susie? What else? Yes, it'd be wrong to do a video and not mention this. My heart goes out to all the families today and those that have lost family members. I mean, some families have been wiped away. A dam, due to a dam in Libya has it's collapsed and it's destroyed a whole village. So far there's been like 11,300 deaths and there's still 10,000 people missing. That's something the UK should invest millions in. Send teams out there to help. That is what overseas aid should be about. Disaster relief funds. Everyone should be heading to there now to help. It's shocking, isn't it? Wow. And those individuals that do decide should come to the UK for help and assistance. Proper refugees. Look after them. It's shocking, isn't it? Wow. I've heard some of the stories where a guy was saying, you know, he's lost his mom, his dad, his sister, his brother, his auntie, his uncle, the children, the nieces, they've all gone. How do you deal with that trauma? Wow. Okay, let's get back to something a little bit less. Meghan Markle has signed the Veterans Wall. Yes, there is a Veterans Wall in Dusseldorf, and she has signed it. But you know what? Check where she chose to sign it. So you have this wall where she could have signed it anywhere. She chose to sign her name 2 inches above something that was written about Princess Diana. So whenever you look at Princess Diana's thing, Meghan Markle's name's above it. Yes? Isn't that a little bit weird? I find it a little bit weird, don't I? Well, people, listen. Keep sending in the messages. I do enjoy them. Keep supporting the channel. I do... Are you okay? Come here. Come here. Come here. Up. You coming? No? No. He just wants the attention but doesn't want the... Yeah, thank you. Anyway, thanks for supporting the channel. For those of you that do support my channel on PayPal, I do appreciate it because we are demonetized right through till next year at some stage. Anyway, have a great day, everyone. And I have to go and cut someone's grass now. Take care.